Democrats in Pennsylvania had a great night. In a pair of special elections held earlier this week on Tuesday, you had Democratic State Senate candidate James Malone emerging victorious in the 36th Pennsylvania Senate District. It's a district that was won by Donald Trump in November by 15 points. His opponent, County Commissioner Josh Parsons, had been endorsed and backed by Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going around there and he's throwing his money around in all of these different races, okay, to try to get right-wing majorities. Didn't work this time. Malone's victory shrinks the Republican majority in the Pennsylvania State Senate to 27 to 23. Okay, so earlier in the evening, Democratic House candidate Dan Goughnour won another upset in House District 35. Look at that. Breaking the chamber's 101 to 101 deadlock and restoring the Democrats' majority. DNC Chair Ken Martin said in a statement after this victory, congratulations to State Senator-elect James Malone on a shocking, historic special election victory in Senate District 36. Malone's victory is a loud and clear rebuke to Republicans' threats to the programs Pennsylvania families rely on, from Social Security and Medicaid to our public schools. And would you look at that? A little bit of hope in these state and local races. Malone and Goughnour are just the latest in a batch of special election season wins. In fact, Democrat Mike Zimmer earlier flipped an Iowa Senate seat in a district Donald Trump won by 21 points. While just a couple of weeks ago, Democratic farm labor candidate David Gottfried won a special election in Minnesota House, restoring a 67-67 split in the chamber between the two parties. Now, what's interesting about that race is the dude didn't just win, he dominated that race. 70% of the vote. A complete and utter blowout. And one that ended the short-lived Republican majority in the state. Now, as a result, Republicans are being forced to come to the table on a state budget and a power-sharing agreement. So they actually no longer have that domination. Democrat Sean Faircloth also recently won his own special election for Maine House District 24 with a staggering 72% of the vote. His challenger, Carolyn Fish, walked away with only 28%. Now, of course, that's hardly surprising. In that district, Kamala Harris won it by 23 points. So, nonetheless, you have these victories here in these state houses. A win is still a win. Democrats have also secured one-seat majorities in the Minnesota Senate and the Virginia House and Senate, stopping a Republican takeover. Dang. So now they also recently held on to two key seats in the Delaware Senate. Now, this is good news. I know it's state level, but the more Republicans are stopped in these races, the more momentum there is to push back. And right now, the only hope lies in the states and local races. Right now, in the national level, Congress is cooked. It's a mess. And you got the House that's gerrymandered all to hell. And of course, these Senate races, are incredibly expensive. Okay. So you have, and as a result, you have leadership in the, Democratic leadership in House and Senate that are just not looking to fight. They're refusing to fight Trump and the Republicans. But in the states, they can and are fighting back against Donald Trump and his cronies. These races are a referendum against Musk, against Trump. So these are really important. In fact, one of the most hotly contested races is not even a House or Senate race. It's happening in Wisconsin for an open Supreme Court seat, which will determine if the Democrats can hold on to a major district court majority which could have massive policy implications if the Republicans are able to turn it. Right now, Republicans, Trump, being stopped by the courts and a lot of district courts, which is why they're so mad. Mad enough to where Mike Johnson started entertaining the idea of eliminating district courts. Okay, so that's how serious this is. And so they're stopping Trump from doing his extremist agenda. But if Republicans manage to get a majority on this court through this election, well, then a lot of things are going to go their way and not our way. Okay. That said, right now, things are looking up for the Democrats with all these state victories. And of course, you have the judiciary that is really kind of holding the line. Now, they shouldn't have to be doing that. Okay. But right now, unfortunately, the judiciary is the last guardrail we have to our democracy. And these elections do matter, especially that Supreme Court election, but also in these state houses. I mean, all politics is local. And so these elections really, really do matter. They have not taken away the right to vote yet. And so for right now, yes, it is the way to stop Donald Trump from destroying our government even further. So if you have these local elections, for God's sake, get out there, do what you got to do. It's not, voting's not the be all, end all be all. But it is really, really important, and one of the ways that you can actually fight. So get out there and do it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.